Melanie P.
That's scary with Melanie P.
Yes,
Go
sir.
on.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to episode 16 of the That's Scary with Melanie P podcast. We are back.
We're back.
In 2023, I got a lot to say.
What you got talking about? Get you some.
I have a lot to say. A lot has happened to get us here to episode 16. It's the first, well, it's actually the third, but it's actually the first. We'll get into that. Recording of 2023. We are excited. The show is ended really well in 2022. We're going into 2023 on fire. We have a special guest. I'm gonna go ahead and introduce him. Y'all seen him before. He's the man. He's the myth. He's the first man that I messed that up last time.
The first man.
Back, Sheldon.
Yes.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man.
You feeling good?
1,000,000%.
That is awesome. Listen, let me start the show with a few PSAs. Okay. Let me just go with all the preliminary stuff. Where to find us? You know, you can find us on all streaming platforms. You guys are loving the show. I'm loving the love, so thank you for that. I have a Melanie and Mia After Dark. I don't know if y'all listen to episode 15, but no, I'm sorry, 14. Yo, episode 14 was, it was really something else. That was a 4-hour recording. I keep talking about that, but that was a 4-hour recording.
I was about to say that. Didn't y'all record forever?
It was a 4-hour recording.
The Lost Files.
And they're the Lost Files. So we had a part 1, a part 2, and there's going to be a part 3. Because that's when I think I called you. That's when the liquor really kicked in.
The inebriation.
Yeah, that's the name of the episode. The inebriation. Yes. All the spit I just spit out. That's gonna be Melanie and Mia After Dark, the inebriation. I like that. Okay, I can come in here on naming shows. So that's gonna be coming out. So listen, I need you to go to Instagram and go to Spotify or wherever you listen to the streaming platform. Go to YouTube and make sure that you're listening out for when we drop the Melanie and Mia After Dark. That's going to be just a random drop. You want to hear it. You love part 1, part 2, part 3 is going to be fire. Got that out of the way.
Inebriation.
You know where to find us. Got that out of the way. Let me tell you something. This is the third taping of this show. Okay, the first one, 2023 knows that I'm on some positive stuff, and I think that they were trying to get me, and that's only a good sign because I feel like, you know, this podcast is about to blow up for real this year, and so they're not gonna let me just like start out the gate. You know, they got to do some shit for me to, you know, get a little bit discouraged. I'm not, because I know this is fire. So we recorded one episode, a whole hour and 10 minutes, and only 3 minutes and 56 seconds was on a videotape.
Was that the one when you gave me a phone call?
No, this was the one that you really need to hear. It's about black men and their health. Yeah, it was a really good one. There's a really cool guest. She had a very traumatic experience that happened to her with her fiance. We're going to re-record that show because we need the visuals. So that's 3 minutes and 26 seconds. Second show with me and Jason. Amazing show. An hour and 15 minutes. And it recorded, but, you know, Wi-Fi bullshit, whatever. Yeah, I got to give a shout out to We're the Weird Ones podcast. Okay. Never met them before. Okay. Never met them before. So black podcasters unite. Never met them before.
Unite.
I reached out to them. I told them what was happening with my second video. They got on it. Their engineer reached out to me. Shout out to Keenan. He reached out to me and he spent like 2 days trying to get my video to work. He couldn't get it to work, but we're friends now. So Keenan, shout out to you.
Big shout out.
Everyone follow We're the Weird Ones podcast. I've listened to their show. I've watched their show on YouTube. They are fire. Please support these black people out here with podcasts. We need your support. So shout out to them.
We are the Weird Ones. That's what
We're the Weird Ones.
We're
apostrophe
apostrophe
R-E. We're the Weird Ones.
The Weird Ones.
Okay.
Yes.
We got an intro to guests. Yeah, it's really cool.
It's
a group of black men who basically sit on the couch having conversations, and I think a lot of sports and stuff like that. So
that's what's missing anyway.
Yeah. I mean, a group of black men talking positively.
Come on.
Cool. I think they're out of Missouri, I want to say. So again, follow, plug.
Yeah.
Follow Weird the Weird Ones. I'll link their show information below. Mental health check-in. Sheldon, how are you feeling?
Man, you don't want to talk about me, man. I'm feeling good.
You feeling good? So remember this nigga last show.
Yes.
He's always happy. He's a serial killer. How you feeling today in the rain?
Let me tell you something. So I just finished a book called Never Finished.
Oh, wow. How you finished that book that's called Never Finished?
Exactly. The name of the book is Never Finished by David Goggins. He's an ultra runner, 100-mile runner, 240-mile runner, Navy SEAL, all kind of stuff. We think about this. Mm-hmm. We make all these goals at the beginning of the year, mm-hmm. and then the 15th come around and we ready to get our taxes done. We don't even care.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
But I've the things that I've accomplished that I'm happy about. Now they are getting a little headwind. And because
now what does headwind mean? What does that mean?
No. What it means that, like, okay, I made goals last year, mm-hmm. and I didn't stop. I was consistent in working those things. The unseen. This was a part of the book. Mm-hmm. The unseen work, and a lot of the unseen work brought me almost to the end of the year to get everything to what I'm happy about now.
Okay.
So now the headwind is I made a goal at the beginning of the beginning of last year. Mm-hmm. Then I've worked on it throughout the year. Mm-hmm. Now I can take it even further. So headwind, it flies higher.
You know what comes to mind?
What do you?
You know what? This is horrible, but I'm gonna tell you. And again, we're gonna plug his business at the end of the show because he is a personal trainer. But when it comes to mind, when he says headwind, is the fact that listen, transparent. I think I say that word every show.
Every time.
I was breaking wind.
Headwind.
And I gotta be honest. So, I just had a baby, so I'm on a very low calorie, high protein diet. And yeah. So organic. I was missing Starbucks. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure as a trainer, you really want low sugar. You don't want to be consuming a lot of sugar. And Starbucks is a glass full of sugar. You know what I'm saying? It's horrible. So I was craving a Starbucks drink.
As I drank some of this wine.
Like a fiend, right? So, long story short, I went to the store. I bought sugar-free vanilla syrup. I bought sugar-free all types of shit.
You 57 years old right now.
I made it a drink, and I was so excited. I put it in a glass. I drank it. It was not good. It was okay, but it wasn't the best. But I drank all of it, and all afternoon long, I was breaking wind back to back, and I went up a pound, and I was pissed. So I know that vanilla-free bullshit is not. I mean, it's not sugar-free.
So I'm sitting over here. I'm listening to you, right? Mm-hmm. It's almost like an interview. I'm mad because on the way over here, I was gonna bring one of my interview guys on the show, but you have to watch the hidden sugars.
Yes.
When something says it's sugar free or it's no sugar, there's a level of glycol, glucose or something. Yes. There's a level of sugar that's in it that your body normally can't handle, right? So you put a new type of sugar outside of the regular sugar that you've taken in your body at a high level. That's why it was a breakdown. Because your body said, hold up, like we were using Dixie Crystal.
My body said, "Bitch, what is this shit? Get it out!"
Exactly. And then you was using what was the place? Starbucks, regular sugar, pure sugar.
The best.
But now you're gonna use.
I don't know what that was.
They're gonna use S.3 sugar.
Ugh.
That's the problem.
I will never in my life ever again. I mean, I had it was literally 20 ingredients that was all sugar free, and I'm like, as I'm making it, I'm like,
sugar free is not sugar free.
Yeah, I'm like, this can't be all this shit.
If it's sweet, there's a level of some type of something that's in it. You gotta look at the ingredients.
And it was sweet. Yeah. It was sweet. Yeah. And so it wasn't nasty. Yeah. But it wasn't good. But it wasn't bland.
You see, what did interchange? Remember when people had Sweet and Low?
Yes.
And what was the other one? The yellow pack.
Yeah, Splendid.
Splenda. That nasty taste after. So what they did was they tried to make the stuff even sweeter, so you'll be like, oh, I'll take that.
Horrible.
So, leave that alone.
If
you're going to use something, use regular sugar. Don't use no sugar, but use regular sugar.
Oh,
and here's
my God.
one. If you're drinking coffee, like I remember when I went to Oregon.
Yeah.
And April's sister Tiffany, she gave me some coffee without sugar. Cream. It was just coffee with cream. That's all you need.
Now I gotta be transparent. So every morning, I'm all about in 2023 romanticizing my life, right? And so because I can't have Starbucks, I'm finding a way to romanticize my coffee.
Yeah.
So in the morning, I fast until about 11 a.m. So I don't eat until about 10:45, 11 a.m. Mostly 11 a.m. But I have a cup of coffee, and I do have fat-free, sugar-free creamer.
Yeah.
But I'm still losing I'm down 6 pounds since last Monday. And so it hasn't been affecting me as far as like sugar-wise. But I do put like the fake sugar in my coffee.
Leave that shit. Yeah,
no. It's so good.
Can I be honest with you? Real talk. If you have and I might not be wrong on this, but I might not be right on this, but get the coffee and then get a creamer that you like and try to start drinking it that way.
I might try that tomorrow.
Eventually, you'll start liking that taste. There was a sweet taste that you like. I remember this. I'm gonna go.
It's like a dessert for me.
Can I go Grain and Mom B?
Yeah, our grandparents.
I'm even gonna go my little Gwen Nixon again. I remember when my dad used to make coffee, I try to get the side of the coffee, the scoop of it off the side.
Yes, I did the same thing.
And it tastes like, wow, this is good. So good. It was so good, but it was a lot of sugar in it.
It was pure sugar, not fake sugar.
It was almost cocoa without.
Yes.
You feel what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, move back the sugar. The cream already has the sugar. I use
sugar-free. I use sugar-free.
No. That's what I'm saying. So what type of cream do you like? A flavored cream?
French vanilla coffee made.
So only you did. Let me say this: forget all sugar-free and everything, because sugar-free and I'm just saying, sugar-free and all the other stuff. That's other synthetic sugars that you still got to take.
Synthetic is a bad word.
Come on, synthetic is not. Listen,
it's a bad word.
It's good in your car if you want to go 10,000 or 30,000 miles, but it ain't good. I'm just saying.
Horrible.
I'm just saying.
Horrible.
So at the end of the day, just take a regular French vanilla and it's a raw coffee.
So you're saying, not even the sugar-free French vanilla?
Just regular.
Oh, I might try that.
No sugar.
Now, if I gain a pound, nigga, I'm
don't gain. You just keep it light. Yeah, you don't gain. But look,
I do pour a good amount.
But
I drink water all day.
Yeah. Don't be pouring like you crazy.
Oh, I pour.
Yeah. Don't pour like you crazy.
See, I'm not a coffee drinker, but with my hectic lifestyle, I needed a little bit of a kick.
Yeah. But it's only a habit. It's only a habit.
Well, I was drinking tea. I was drinking tea every morning. But because I drink tea with honey, and honey is, got sugar in it. So I'm like, you know what? I go back and forth. I have a couple of months where I'm all on the tea. Then I have a couple of months where I'm on the coffee.
Yeah.
But with the coffee, that's like that's what gives me my everything for the morning.
Can I say something, man? This is before we get into the plug. Your caffeine. This won't go too far. Can I go deep?
Go deep, nigga. Go deep.
Your caffeine is how you feel about yourself. So watch this. I have an interview question where I ask when you come into Portland Fit, I say, hey, how do you feel about how you look right now? So I feel this way, and I feel all of these negative things.
Yeah.
Feel happy. You need to be happy about what you got already,
right? And
start chipping away. I was reading this, and David Goggins said this, and not me. It was like, imagine.
Now, were you reading or are you listening?
I was listening. I was
Audible sponsor this video.
Yeah, Audible.
Listen, Audible, we need the sponsor for this video.
We need the sponsor.
Yes.
I've listened to 4 books. I'm talking about I got so much knowledge. But think about a stone. A stone. You know how hard a stone is.
Right.
So what do you want that stone to shape into be? A lot of times when you come into a cathedral or you come into something that's grand, there's a statue. There's something that's like an Olympic, whatever. So how do I shape myself into that particular thing? From a stone standpoint, when you don't, this is what David Goggins said. I was getting this. This is not from me, but I felt this.
Yeah.
So every day that you say that I'm not going to go to the gym and you go to the gym, you chip away at the stone coming into yourself.
Wow.
When you take a minute to do the things that you don't want to do all the time, you chip away.
That's what I'm doing right now.
Come on. And
Every day.
eventually the stone is going to turn into the statue that you want to show.
That's very deep.
Come on.
Yeah.
And because the stone turns into that, it's already made out of stone anyway. So you turn into your statuette.
Wow. I'm going to have to share that with
Come
my
on.
friends.
And listen, and it's
like
more.
that.
It's
That's
more.
deep.
And but it only comes from the work that's unseen. Nobody don't see the work.
Wow, now that's you don't say a lot, but that right there,
I don't say nothing.
I'm joking, but that right there is very deep.
So you start with a stone
right,
and you chip away.
Chip away.
What is the statue gonna look like? Do you want a bullshit
That's
statue?
like chipping away from our fat off our body.
You're chipping away. Yeah, but it only worked when like this is. I love my baby. I'm proud of April. She did something yesterday.
Right.
Pause. She did this yesterday. She was not gonna go to the gym because she was like, it's after 8:30. She's a mom
At night.
I gotta take So I gotta take care of my baby. She take care of the family. She take care of us.
Right.
All that stuff. I said, baby, you need to go to the gym. I kind of looked at her like, you're not gonna go to the gym.
Yeah.
I was like, you're not gonna get in trouble because you're going out after 8.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So went to the gym and felt good. You come home and you have more energy. You took a time frame where you chipped away from the stone. And now that becomes something.
That's one chip.
Come on.
Wow. And the more that right there is everything, because the more she chips, the more she gonna get to what she's trying to get to. That's deep.
The book is
I'm gonna have
never
that in my
finished.
head. So the book is never finished.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to listen or to buy that book, man.
I just finished it today.
Wow. I started 2 books, the Morning Miracle Method and then the 12-week year. Both those books I've started, but I've not finished. But listen, Black people, get back into reading.
Please.
Get back into reading. Please. Listen, I get it. Like, I'm not the person that's going to sit down and want to like read a book. You know what I'm saying? And plus, we have kids, we have lives, we have, our partners.
Audible.
So it's difficult. But Audible will take that sponsorship. Is a great
Watch this.
way.
Can I go left turn?
Go left, because this is all left.
Listen, we ain't even in it. Finesse 2 Times album called 90 Days Hard. So watch how hard that is. Now watch how left that is. You don't even know who Finesse 2 Times is.
I don't know.
But 90 Days is hard. You can listen to music all day when you're working out. But why don't you listen to a book? And if you you don't
listen to a book because a music gonna get you.
Yes, but no. My son said this as we was coming back from Florida, and here's another thing. I'm coming back from this Christmas at Disney. So my son was like, as we went to, it was a 7-hour trip driving to Disney.
Oh, little Harrison.
Yes, no doubt. And we ended up being a 13-hour trip driving to Disney. So we listened to a book that I needed 5 hours on more. So my goal was to listen to the book in Disney, right? So as I was moving around, that's what I was going to do. But because the trip was so long, I had to listen to the trip to it then. Yeah. Harrison was like, let's listen to the book, Dad.
Oh, wow.
No doubt. So he was like, listen, I asked him, why do you listen? He said, because it's an interesting story.
Oh, wow.
So
he is something special.
So, yes, he is. So the thing about this, so because we listen to the book, the same way we listen to music is coming into our soul. That's the thing what it is that we've listened to for the day. Whatever song. Yeah. If we listen to Beyonce Cuff It, I gotta. Yeah.
Or Hustle. I like Hustle.
Whatever you feeling like, that's what's going to be your thing for the day.
Oh, wow.
But what if you start putting other people's mind frame or knowledge back into your system? It's the same thing in school.
Yeah.
So I'm talking about in the last 120 days, I've been through 4 books eating them, and that's eating knowledge.
Wow.
And at the end of the day, what do you do after that? So that's why I'm feeling good.
I mean, this is really good. I love when the show takes an organic turn.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I love that because when I'm hearing this Black man talk about books and reading and encouraging his wife to go to the gym in the middle of the night, we need more of that we need more of this content on social media. We need more of this type of content for people to hear of Black families and Black people doing these type of positive things. I met a woman who's probably going to be on the show. Randomly, I'm losing weight, so I went to go get some waist beads to measure, my abdominal area going down and down. So I went to get my waist beads. I met a lady there. And she invited me to go to Ghana. She was like, she had just got back from Ghana a couple of days ago.
Don't be scared to go home.
Yes. Well, listen, that's no. I am kind of scared.
Don't be scared but I'm gonna to go home.
I'm thinking about going, but she had just got back from Ghana, and she's a black girl. I think she's like 38, and she was just saying how all she does is travel to different countries every like couple of weeks. And I was like, wow, it's so damn refreshing. You hear white people doing that. I love my white people.
So let me stop it. Is she from Ghana?
No, she's from Tennessee.
Oh, okay. Because I watch Hostel.
No.
So keep yourself together.
No, she's from Tennessee. I'm gonna have her on the show because we had the best conversations. We ended up meeting. I just met her. I wanted some yummy crab. I wanted some crabs in a bag and shit. Jason don't like, my fiance doesn't like, he don't like, the food in the bag and all that shit. So I ended up going by myself. I'm like, I don't want to go by myself. So I ended up inviting her.
Yeah.
Shout out. I didn't know her name, but shout out to her. And she ended up meeting me at Yummy Crab.
The singer, her?
The same. No, nigga.
Oh, okay.
The lady in the store. Right. No, not Badoon. I ended up meeting her, and then we ended up going for drinks that night. And I'm like, here goes, and that's the energy I'm on for 2023. You know what I'm saying? I love hearing this black woman talk about her travels, talking about how she just traveled. She travels the world. Yeah. Literally travels the world. And I love to hear that, We
don't step out like we free. Do you hear me?
Did you see Emancipation?
Come on.
You see that
no. You know what I saw?
I know you hate those slave movies.
I tried to watch it and I couldn't watch it because I ain't like the black and white part of it.
No, I didn't like that either.
I didn't like that. Come on now. Give me some color on that.
Yeah, I didn't like that. I thought my TV was fucked up.
Yeah. I didn't like that. But I will say this. We still don't move, and I don't want to get canceled.
Or get my show canceled.
Yeah, I don't want to get your show canceled. We don't move like we free.
That's scary.
We don't, and after so many years, we don't move like we free. When we are free, and we are slave to a financial mindset. We are a slave to what we have to do from a 9-to-5 standpoint, and that enslavement kind of is a weight on you from being who you are in a in a collective, in a totality standpoint. Like you have to be yourself, but you can't be yourself if you got to go to work every day and struggle. And then
you're just saying that because you're retired, nigga.
No. I'm working though.
We gotta work. The rest of us gotta work out here. We don't have the luxury to retire.
Yes, I retired, but can I say this? Oh my God. So you gonna make me say this out loud? So yes, I retired from 25 years in corporate America. But I retired from corporate America. Now I have entered into
working for yourself. Mentally
and mental. Yeah. So the same thing. If this, I know this, and this is nothing wrong with corporate America. Corporate America is great. Right. Corporate America is great. It's people that wear slacks, and it's people that wear hard bottom shoes or work boots that make the same amount of money. Yeah. And I remember it was so many years I was happy that I had khakis on and a blue shirt. You feel what I'm saying? And I was going to meetings.
The times are changing.
Yes, and it was a good thing. But at the end of the day, I think I can move different from my family. For me to have a peace of mind, as opposed every company. I mean, we said this before. Every company is somebody's last name. Yeah, I feel like my last name's strong. What can we do from our company standpoint? Make our last name keep moving. Yeah. So I want to continue to keep moving forward. If we continue to keep moving forward and growing and doing the things that I learned from 25 years of corporate America, before that, Patricia Nixon and all that good stuff like that. Come on. That's the foundation. Let's run this matrix. That's just me.
Listen, I asked you 10 minutes for your mental health check-in.
Yeah, this was 32 minutes. I'm sorry. You shouldn't ask me. Nothing.
I asked him how he's feeling, and here we are. Listen, my mental health check-in, I'm feeling good. Listen, even though the couple of videos have not come out right, I believe in divine timing. I believe in purpose. I believe in intentionality. And I know things happen for a reason. And I feel like in my spirit, because I feel like in my feminine energy, in my spirit, I feel like it's a reason. I feel like maybe what's going to come out of this show needed to hit somebody at this time versus waiting 2 episodes in before the show came out. So I feel, nigga, I hope you're bringing some shit to the table.
We talk about
right. But I feel like I believe in divine timing, and I feel like whatever is going to come out in this show, it could have already been said. It could have been the book that whatever it is, someone needed to hear it urgently. So I think that God, Spirit made it intentional to, these other shows got to wait because this got to come out now. So I had to say, I'm feeling good. Yeah. I'm losing weight. I'm walking every day. I'm working out. I'm working out every day. Like my word for this year is discipline. I'm focused on my discipline. I'm focused on my peace, and I'm focused like number one on my health and wellness. Yeah, that is number one. Like I'm literally moving my body every single day. We talked about, I don't know if we talked about it, maybe on one of the show videos that didn't pan out, but I was doing a fitness competition with my brother and his wife. I won. Okay. I won. Hold on. Wait. I won.
Do we know about this?
I won. And I'll tell you, listen, this might be a part 1 and a part 2 of this show, because let me tell you how sick your brother is. I beat this in Ninja 2 competitions in a row. And the level of poor sportsmanship that this man exuded.
Bring him on the show.
He won't come on the show.
Why he won't come on the show?
I think he's afraid.
Afraid.
Everybody's not meant for this, but I mean, he's not built for this life. I'm begging them to come on the show, but they're afraid. But at the end of the day, his poor sportsmanship was disgusting. Honestly, it was very disgusting. Yeah. I beat him 1 week.
He's holding up his oath.
The next week, beat him. I'm done with the competition. So I'm feeling good. I'm in a very high vibration in terms of, just making sure I'm moving my body. I'm going outside. I'm going for walks outside and getting that vitamin D. I had vitamin D last night, nigga. Yeah. He made me. But anyways, another story. So anyway, I'm feeling Aunt Jason. I am feeling.
I ought to hit you in your mouth.
Jason's in the background, guys. If you hear somebody laughing.
What's good, baby? That's my man. Jason's in the back. Hey, make some noise, man. Let me hear you. What's up? Yes, sir.
Listen, he is lurking. Listen, we had a whole show about niggas lurking.
Yes.
But listen, I love the support.
Hey, is this the first audience?
First audience?
Yes,
listen,
my
hold
man.
on. Wait, what's the
Get something.
It's the first audience. We got our first.
I like this right here. Yeah.
We got our first
I'm sorry.
audience. Listen, we're excited, man. I love that energy. So good. Mental health check-in. I have a new segment. Okay.
You popping in on
No, I got a new segment, y'all. I'm hype about this segment because I solicited for the listeners to email me and text if they had questions,
we got
comments.
Some people gonna say
yes.
Something. Oh, okay.
Well, somebody wrote into the show. And I'm going to read their email. But this is going to be a new segment that is called Ask Melanie P. Okay? And so we had a viewer write into the show, and I'm going to read their email. Now,
you got it up.
I got it up.
I got it up.
I'm going to read their email. Listen, I'm going to read their email, and then we're going to ask me and my co-host for advice.
No doubt.
Now, it was 3 different emails in the That Scary email. One seemed kind of weird.
4 emails. That's $125 per email.
It was. I just said 3. I know you got 4. It was 3 emails.
One more.
Yeah, one more. Okay, so it was 3 emails in there, and one seemed kind of weird. It was a lot of pregnancy questions, but it seemed really weird, so I just whatever. But I picked this one out because it really resonated with me. So I'm gonna read this. Okay, she did not leave her name. I'm assuming it's a woman. She said, "Hey Melanie, love the show. I've been listening since episode 1. Keep doing what you're doing, girl. I love the episodes when you and Mia have had several drinks, Lord.
There you go. Okay? There you go.
I'm thinking you might be a little bit inebriated when you wrote this email based on your grammar. But anyway, I wanted to write in because I have an issue. My husband of almost 15 years is an amazing man. However, he uses my wash towel. I have asked him several times to not use my towel when he gets out the shower because when he uses it, and I go after him, my towel is wet. I have gone as far as to put a stack of towels in the bathroom. However, he still reaches for my towel to dry off. I have asked him several times to stop. Love the show. Signed, a stressed out wife.
Yes, sir.
Listen, this hit home with me. This hit home with me. What's your advice to the stressed out wife?
You want me to go first?
I do. I mean, I can go first.
So let me say something. I'm going to get an answer for the dudes, and then I'm going to get an answer for what the women want. So I've used my wife's.
No. What is wrong with you?
Let me tell you why. Now, this is a ode to my wife. If your man ain't using your towel, maybe he don't think how you.
Wrong.
Whatever. If he can, so that's one. So I'm gonna be honest with you. Listen to me. This is real talk. So I've used April towel, and I was like, okay, I use this towel. I'm like, I like how she smells. This is real talk. I'm not trying to be funny. I like how she smells. I use this towel. Now, if you use it too many times, a dude is stink.
Ew.
I'm just saying.
Disgusting.
So you can't keep using the towel. You got to change it up. That's a real talk thing. So here's one thing what I would say what her man need to do. Okay. First of all, one, wring the hell out the damn towel.
Ugh.
You got to ring
out no
you
towel.
got to,
That's
but
disgusting.
listen. What you have to do, and you got to listen to me, man. Listen to me. Listen, if your wife wrote into the show, you probably listening, or she talking to you about the show,
right?
Playing
it in front of you,
or she done played it for you, so you ain't paying attention. So something going on. So first of all, wring it out super tight. It's gonna dry. Now the problem is if you stinking too much, it's gonna smell like you because it's gonna lose her smell. So use your other towel.
Right.
Not like real talk, use your towel. But the first time the dude used the towel, he said, "Bump it. I don't feel like going to get a towel." One. And the second one is that we sometimes we animals. Ain't that right, Jason? Right. That's real talk. That's if you forgot your towel and it's there, what else you gonna use? That's just real talk.
I can see one time, but not.
So the next time is now. This is what happened to a man. Then he used a towel and said, "Damn, now I'm gonna use a towel." But then what he do? He find this out. He smelled the towel. It don't smell like him. He was like, "I like this smell."
That's disgusting.
And then he clean himself probably extra strong with that because he's smelling it at the same time. Am I wrong about this thing, Jason? You know.
You can look into the scent of a towel for sure.
Exactly. So if that's
Jason, we can't hear you, so it's gonna mess up the audio. So we can't hear you. Go ahead.
We need our own towel.
Sheldon, it's gonna mess up the audio. Seriously.
I got you. Yeah. I got you. But what Jade was saying, we need our own towel and we need to keep our thing together where it needs to be. And that's just the case of it. After the end of the day, you shouldn't do more than that. Wring the towel out one time.
Listen to what you're saying. You're saying wring the towel out. What woman has a fresh, dry towel and she wants to then wrap her body around a wringed out towel? Is that really your advice, Sheldon?
She don't know that it's
a wringed out towel is a semi-damp towel.
No, it ain't.
There's no way to wring out a towel. If you gotta wring it out, it's a wrap.
Well, you don't want to wring it out the same time. Don't take the same around the same time she did.
If she took a shower in the AM, I'm just assuming based off this email, if she took a shower in the AM, and let's say her husband comes back and take a shower in the PM, he wrings it out. The shower it's not going to be a fresh towel.
So here we go. Now, let's go into my bag of tricks. So the other one is, what soap does she use? Take that soap and you take that soap, you put the water on the soap, you run it through the soap, you wring it back out, and you leave it back.
This is a towel, not a wash rag.
Same difference.
No, it's not. Yeah. Okay, so let me represent for the ladies. Let me
you know what?
For the ladies.
I got one. I got one.
Me and
April had the same thing.
Some advice.
I already missed what I missed because me and April got the same problem. So you said her towel.
It's her towel, not her wash rag. She said towel.
Let me get in my life wash rag, towel. Dudes just be regular. They be raw. So first of all, towel. Use a different towel, dog.
Yeah, it's a towel.
Use a different towel.
It's not a wash.
Again, so I know he said the wash rag. I was going off a wash rag.
No, I think she said wash towel. I'm assuming she means towel.
But it could be wash towel, and then I'm speaking the Queen's English. And if I'm speaking the Queen's English, that towel could be the wash rag. Just because I don't want to say the word rag.
And
then we have a dry, and then you would say dry off towel. So therefore, I'm going down that particular lane.
So let's focus on it being a towel, actual body towel.
So because it is a dry off towel, so yeah, don't use that one because
horrible.
It is horrible because y'all have different smells, you have different pH balances, and eventually it's gonna smell different.
And
you can do it for a minute.
The purpose of a towel is to dry, have a fresh towel. Yeah. To dry your body off.
Yeah, but in real life, we're gonna use y'all towel.
And I'm gonna tell you why this resonated with me. Okay, 2 days ago. Okay, 2 days ago.
That's like 2 days ago. That feeling.
2 days ago, I went to the bathroom. No, rewind. Jason came in to sit down next to me, and he started talking to me. Now I smelled mouthwash on his breath. Okay. Now I'm thinking, I looked at his counter and his mouthwash bottle was empty. So why does his breath smell like mouthwash? Right? So I'm sitting here like, nigga, I know this ain't my mouthwash that you're using. You ain't counting mouthwash? It was an empty, he had no mouthwash. Yeah. Okay. He comes in the room talking to me, and his breath reeks of fresh fluoride Listerine.
You can't reek of fresh fluoride.
Did. So I said to him, did you use my mouthwash? Now, keep in mind, mouthwash. I have a little about different things. You know, a lot of women do. Okay,
we don't know.
I'm imagining you drinking out of my bottle, and then every little thing in your mouth has now come back into my bottle. So now when I go to drink my mouthwash, I'm drinking your backwash. Okay, that's disgusting. You know it is. Do not put me under the bus. So why? Like, this is my thing. This is why I chose this email. Cause like, boundaries. I
might be the wrong person for this, but here's I'm a real talk dude. My backwash is you, and it's not you.
No.
But if my backwash is April, so you only drinking you feel me?
No, I don't.
Yeah, I'm just saying. So at the end of the day, so if I'm doing something, it's only off of my wife.
It doesn't matter. That's disgusting, and that's your personal thing. But if somebody's dirty, like drying off with a towel, and then now whatever you dry off your body now on my body, whatever came out of your mouth out of the mouthwash bottle is in my mouth. I'm thinking I'm cleaning my mouth and I'm washing my mouth with your backwash, nigga. That's disgusting. And I get it. Like I get it. Some people, that's where meeting in the middle comes in.
Yeah, it does.
If you're in a relationship and you find that your partner has certain things that, hey, I just don't really care for someone, doing certain things, then it's like, okay, cool. You know what? I don't want to like invade your space.
Say them things out loud and work on the chip away. And chip away at the stone.
Exactly.
Let's go back to the stone.
It's not big enough to like make a
deal. But again, think about this. If we go back to the stone, you start off with when a relationship is like a stone. You start off with a big slab. It's two people brought two slabs together. We have our slab. Now, what are we going to chip away this thing to be? So as we find out, hey, look, don't use my damn towel. We got to say that a couple of times. Yeah, I might have to chip away a couple of times at that. Yeah. And eventually, the stone might have the towel right there, and it might be hanging like it's at Capitol Grill or at Eddie V's. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Or at a high-end hotel or something like that. So that's the key. That's the key.
So listen, the stressed out wife, thank you. Listen, thank you so much for even writing into the show. Like that's major for you writing into the show. That's we love that's major for you listening to the show and being a loyal listener. So listen, we love it. I want to jump in. I want to jump into the point of this show. Okay?
To it.
Listen, I'm always looking at my analytics and I'm always listening to what my listeners want. And they want relationship help. Okay? We want help. Listen, I want help. We all want help. And because this man has a successful marriage, you guys loved his alpha show. It's disgusting. You guys loved his picture on my Instagram. I don't like that. Okay, let me repeat this. This is my brother. Okay, so don't be putting too many hearts, on that picture. That's too much. But anyway, successful black man, married, family. I gave him the task of giving me and the listeners his top 7 tips to the black man. Now, a lot of shows are geared towards women, right? Yeah. And I want the women to listen to this because I want you to be knowledgeable on the needs of your man and the voice of your man. But I really want the fellas to listen to a man who's in a marriage, who's successful, you know what I'm saying? Listen to his tips, right? So he has 7 tips to make your relationship, your marriage successful, right? So we're going to go down this list, right? Number 1 tip. Communication. Let's go. Talk about it.
Let's go. Can I say that before we go into the list?
Yes.
If you are smart, your list don't come just from what you thinking. When you send me the task of coming up with a list, the first thing I was like, let's do 1, 2, 3, and then I was like, I was immediately wrong. And I told
was that before or after you sent me the text with the 7?
No. I had them. I thought about like as soon as you saw it, as soon as you sent me the list, I said I got them. Yeah. Boom, let's go. And I say, you know what? I can't send you this back unless I talk to my wife. Because the problem, So the part that I need to make sure that I pay attention to is, yes, I'm the man, but if you're in a relationship, your woman is a part of the relationship. So let me talk to her about, what do you think about the 7 things that can help us out that's in ours? Because we have a good relationship, but we got some stuff going on.
That's really tip number 1. Always defer to your wife. Always defer to your feminine energy.
Sorry.
But
I hate to say that. I don't want to be a beta male. Remember when you asked the question, alpha? Maybe I couldn't answer the question because
That's not beta male energy. That's alpha male energy because you're smart enough to utilize your resources.
Yeah, that's true. We utilize that, but it's a beta male tendency if I could go with it strong. Okay. But at the end of the day, I'll say, hey, baby, look, what do you think what it would be? Yeah. So communication was number 1 because we was talking about this before I came here today on a tornado with Steve Udelson saying that the rain was coming from all over the place and it was floods all over the place. So communication, men and women can't communicate. No, they got two different communications. There's no answer to the question. Accept that.
What do you mean?
Accept the fact that there's no perfect answer to communication when it comes to men and women having a communication together. But what has to happen is this. Listening.
This is a part of the editing where I zoom in.
Right. Edit is listening and understanding, walking away, and then coming back.
All right, I receive that. I receive that.
Because in the moment, everybody. I think I'm the best communicator in the world.
Me too, John.
You think you're the best communicator in the world. And then we start talking, and it sounds like a fight.
Yes.
Get ready with it. Yeah. And you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And what
no
has
one's
to
listening.
No one's listening. If we listen, April had a great conversation before we came.
April's your wife.
My wife. Yeah. We had a great conversation before I came here, and she was talking about. I asked her a question. I said, "Hey, look, who in your life was the best communicator?"
What a great question to pose, yeah.
I asked her, and from your boyfriend, because I'm not the best, and obviously I'm not. And she was like, I don't even, I'm still kind of working to see who that was. And we came to somebody who was.
I love that dialogue.
We came to somebody who was, and she said he would listen more. And I'm an aggressive listener. Like I'm listening to get the answer to
like
find
a computer.
out. Yes.
I'm the same way.
And she even said, she was like, hey, it seemed like you listening with intent to do something else. And I was like, that's not what I'm doing. I'm listening to get myself together.
Right.
But what has to happen is I got to listen without talking.
Yes. And interrupting.
Both people.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you got to walk away. We got to process it like a Pentium 3.9, an old school 85 computer, and then come back. Because communication ain't in the moment.
Yeah.
Because you ain't gonna get it right in the moment. You gonna fight in the moment.
Away.
If communication could work in the moment, we wouldn't have wars.
Right. Right.
Bottom line. So at the end of the day, everybody have to let me see what you got to say. Let me see what you have to say. Let's walk away. Let's go back. Let's talk to other people. Let's think about it. Let's digest this particular thing, and then let's birth whatever what's gonna come out. So you feel what I'm saying? So that's why communication was the first one, because it was like. We can't communicate, but we got to hear each other.
Yeah.
And if we don't hear each other, then we messing up. We messing up for real. And then we got to slow down and we got to receive what the other person is saying.
Yeah.
And then not come back on the defensive.
Yeah.
If you come back on the defensive, that's what we do.
Right.
The key is to come back to be the defense lawyer.
That's why you're saying it's important to walk away.
Walk away from it.
And I'm a big advocate of the walk away. So for me, I have always been I don't even like arguments or heated situations like that. But if I find that a discussion is getting to a heated moment, my number one step is wait, nope, let's let me just get away from me. You know what I'm saying? Get away from me because I don't want to say nothing that I don't mean, and I don't want you to say something that you don't mean. And I know right now I'm speaking from emotion and heatedness and anger and rage. I'm sure you are too. Mm-hmm. So it's very important to walk away. I agree with that. Now, what do you do in a situation where, because I've talked about this with somebody else, but like when your partner, maybe my therapist, you have some people that, the life coach, the relationship coach that was on episode 304. Some people want to stay and talk. That's
me.
To resolve it. And some people want to walk away.
Yeah.
What do you do if your partner is the kind of person that doesn't want to walk away?
I'm the person that keep talking, and April will say, I want to walk away. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to give you the perfect example. Right. You got to shut up. Like for real, like eventually you're going to run into a brick wall, and you got to understand.
Learn
and
to
it's
shut
hard.
up.
It's so hard, though. It's hard. It is hard. It's hard to be the person that I ain't going nowhere. I'm here.
Yeah.
It's hard. That's very hard.
Yeah.
That's very hard. It's so hard. Like you want to go do something else and then you still want to come back.
Yeah.
Because people have to process it. We had the same conversation this morning, like right before I came here. She has to process. Yeah. I might process in the moment. Here's the thing. The problem is there's not a right because I want to process faster. Because I want to process faster and you want to take longer.
Yeah.
I'm not more right than you.
Right.
And we missed that. So now here's the unsaid things that happen. Now, the person that may process, that may take longer, that's my water.
Like, what is that?
That's my water app. So, but the person that processes longer may feel that, hey, I feel like I'm not doing the right because I haven't processed so fast as this person. But who's to say the person that processed fast was right? This because you came to a conclusion.
Yeah, see, I don't, when I'm in a situation where I want to walk away, but my partner wants to talk, I never think, oh my God, I'm in the wrong for wanting to walk away. I honestly get even more mad because in my mind, I'm thinking, wow, I have the maturity level to realize, okay, hey, this is getting heated. To better come to this with two people talking rationally, let me just walk away, you walk away, and then once we're calm and whatever, then we come back. To me, that's just maturity. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
but everybody got to walk away. You know, you might take 25 steps, the other person might take 5.
Right.
So they still walked away just because yours was longer. Like now you got to come back and understand the other person. Now the person that might take longer got to understand the person that's taking shorter. You might need to come. It's an agreement. Now I might need to come to an answer quicker too. So you still have to. I may have taken 10, and then the other person is taking 5. Now let me come to my answer quicker, so we can still come to a resolution. And
but
that's
see,
still
I don't think
hard.
that works though.
But it's still hard because it's a balancing act.
Yeah, because that person who's coming back so quickly, they're still in heightened emotional. So I agree with you. Like what you said in the beginning, it's it's both for both parties to walk away, because even if party B is a Cardi B, party B or party A is the kind of person that has a personality that says, hey, I want to, discuss this now. Now is not the right time, because now you and or I both are in a situation where this just happened. So we're on heightened, number one, a level of logic, a level of our brain is not functioning at a normal calm level. So walk away and come back. And
you still got to balance that.
Right.
You still got to balance. So sometimes you could take it long, sometimes you could take short.
Yeah.
It's no answer.
Yeah.
No, understand, but the key is keep communicating. So another one is arguments are good. Failures are good, because if you haven't failed, you didn't attempt to do anything.
Right.
So if I'm attempting to put a relationship together, then I may fail, but through the failures, I learn how to keep it together. So through the communication, if I keep talking, the worst thing you can do is have silence.
Yeah.
Because if you have silence, now there's nothing to build from. Because even though I communicate, I may still communicate in the negative. What the other person hear, negative or positive, they're gonna get something that they can learn from.
Yeah.
And that's the key. So communicate. Listen, the worst thing in the world is I ain't talking no more. The worst thing in the world is I'm not trying to be with you no more. And then you ain't trying to put no further and nothing else in it. So you have to communicate.
Yep. All right. So number 2, quickness to forgive.
Woo, this hard.
Wait. Quickness to forgive.
This hard, man.
It's very hard.
And I know this sound. Quickness to forgive is you got to put aside your feelings. I listen to the song when I'm working out. April said when I listen to the song from The Game and Lil Wayne, it called "Fuck Your Feelings." Nigga, fuck your feelings.
Yeah, let's try to find out.
Listen to me. It's on the You're the Wolf album on The Game. Hard song. Pull it up right now.
Yeah,
Pull it up. But and April said, you listening to that. And I say, I'm not forgetting my feelings or fucking my feelings. But sometimes if I have to take myself out of my feel, because I don't have, let me say something, self-talk. I had one here to talk about self-talk. Your self-talk will ignite your feelings.
Explain that.
So, this bitch getting on my nerves. Yeah, she getting on my nerves. She ain't doing this, she ain't doing that, she ain't doing X, Y, Z. Yeah, she ain't doing this. Now it's 3 people in the room. And you continue to keep telling yourself and you're feeling that. When are you going to be able to forgive if your self-talk is telling you what the other person ain't doing that's in the relationship with you?
Right.
So you got to be able to, if I ain't communicate, I got to hear what you say, I got to listen, and I got to forgive you and myself for how I'm feeling.
Double. Forgive you and yourself, which is a major key. Forgive the person, but don't just forgive your person and play the victim. You have to forgive yourself too.
Say it.
Period.
You got to forgive yourself, and you got to give both, because you made up a story that was bigger than what was going on, that was septic to the situation.
Right. And
therefore, everybody's upset. So therefore, you got to be quick to forgive, because as soon as you go for a lot into that self-talk, now you're going to get so mad.
And that self-talk, they're hyping you up. Them voices hyping you up.
The voice hyping up. Now you're Legion. Now we are talking about, now, and think about Legion. What is Legion? You the devil now. What are you going to do? I'm going to do this. You know? Give me that. And you don't want that.
Right.
So at the end of the day, get back to yourself. That's why I go back to meditation. You got to go back to yourself. You got to get back to the strength of you. The oneness of you, which is the relationship, which is one. The oneness of you is strong, and the oneness of the relationship is strong. If you got 3 people in there, you got menage a trois. You doing some nasty shit.
Like the one we drinking.
Hey.
I like quickness to forgive. I think this is an area that I actually met with a spiritual healer last night, and I think this is something that women especially have contingency with. I think I used that word wrong. No. I think I used that. Wait, hold up. My fiance in the back. Is that did I use that word wrong?
Pull up contingency.
Listen, like, I gotta go off track here. There is a there's a show when I was like pregnant and fat where me and Jason did a show, and he gonna tell me that I'm like, something I was saying was not the right word. It was actually funny, but anyway, so yeah, contingency is not the right word, so I'm gonna delete that out. But anyway, women have a struggle. Women have struggles with this. I think that women hold on to one thing this lady said to me last night. She was like, she said there's a lot of single women out here because women are such big critics and judgmental type people. She was like, it's not always a reason to end a relationship based on critiques and based on judgment. That's not a reason to end something. And women do that a lot of times prematurely because they're so judgmental. And so again, I think that when you're saying quickness to forgive, just being a little more lenient. You know what I'm saying? A little more lenient. And I think women need to really
Your man want to be a man, and he asking for permission to be a man, but asking for permission to be a man ain't being a man, but we want to ask for permission because we love our women.
What are you saying? What?
Feel me? You want me to say it again?
Yes, I do.
Your man wants to be a man. He is a man. He's a pure man. He a savage. He a monster. But he love you so much that he knows sometimes you want that man and you can't handle that savage man. The women that has men and been in relationships for a minute. Now, let him be a man at 1,000% level, because what happens is you can do certain women things that'll use your power, that'll take away from his, because he I don't want to disrespect you. I'ma still be rah Dungeon Dragon. But let me be my man. I ain't asking for permission, but I'm asking for permission. So.
Interesting. You can tell you got some male energy on the podcast today.
Something.
The third tip that you sent me is partnership. Now this is my vibe. Talk about it. Partnership.
Partnership is okay. If I'm doing my thing, then you need to be all in with me. Mm-hmm. If you're doing your thing, I need to be all in with you.
Mm-hmm. Hey guys, you've made it to the end of the show. Thank you so much for listening to part 1. Sheldon is up here dropping gems, man. He has so much more in part 2. Listen, grab your spouse, grab your partner, grab your boyfriend, grab your situationship, and get this knowledge, man. Get these tips. And please, don't forget to leave a comment under the streaming platform. It helps us out dramatically. It helps the algorithm out, and it helps push this amazing message and amazing podcast to the top for more people to hear. Don't forget to comment, and don't forget to rate the podcast. Listen, be honest, rate it. Now I rated a 5, but I'm just saying. Rate the podcast, comment below, and please follow us on Instagram at @thatsscary_podcast. We love the support, guys. Thank you, and see you in part 2.